Welcome back to Auto Car, the place where real machines meet real passion. Today, we have something truly special for you. We're talking about a legend, a truck that defined toughness for an entire generation. This is the 1987 Ford F-250 Super Duty, and trust me, this beast still demands respect even decades later. Now, the first thing you notice when you see the 1987 F-250 Super Duty is its bold, no-nonsense design. Ford wasn't playing around in the late 80s. They built trucks that looked strong because they were strong. Look at that massive chrome front grille, those square headlights, and the thick body lines that give it such an aggressive presence. This truck doesn't pretend to be tough, it just is. The model we're showcasing today is finished in a deep glossy black, and under these showroom lights, it looks absolutely stunning. You can see the reflections dancing off that perfectly restored bodywork, and it just reminds you how timeless good design really is. Unlike modern trucks, which sometimes get over-designed with curves and cuts, the 1987 F-250 keeps it simple and bold. Straight lines, hard edges, pure attitude. Walk around the side and you'll notice those heavy-duty tires wrapped around classic steel wheels. Ford built these trucks to be used, whether it was towing, hauling, or taking on the roughest jobs you can imagine. But even now, standing here decades later, this F-250 looks just as ready to go to work as it did the day it rolled off the factory floor. Now, let's talk about what's under the hood, because beauty alone doesn't make a truck legendary. The 1987 F-250 Super Duty could be equipped with a variety of engines, but the real monster was the 7.5-liter V8, Ford's mighty 460 cubic inch big block. This engine was all about raw torque, perfect for pulling heavy loads without breaking a sweat. It produced around 230 horsepower, but the real number you cared about was the torque, a massive 390 pound-feet. That meant whether you were towing a trailer full of cattle or hauling construction equipment, the F-250 was built to take it without hesitation. Driving one of these trucks gives you an experience modern vehicles just can't replicate. You feel the power under your feet. You hear the rumble of that V8. There's a certain mechanical honesty to it. No drive-by-wire, no computer babysitters, just you, the engine, and the road. And that's what makes classic trucks like the F-250 so loved by real truck enthusiasts. Step inside and the story continues. The interior of this F-250 is pure 1980s charm. You get that tough, functional design, with big, chunky controls you can operate even with work gloves on. The dashboard is simple but effective, with clear analog gauges that tell you exactly what's going on with your machine. No fancy touchscreen here, just pure, honest tools built for people who needed to get the job done. But that doesn't mean it was uncomfortable. Ford actually started focusing more on driver comfort during this generation. You got nice padded seats, air conditioning if you were lucky, and even some trucks were specced with cruise control, pretty high-end for the time. And the view from behind the wheel. Man, it's something else. You sit up high, with a commanding view of everything around you. You feel like the king of the road. One thing you'll notice if you're coming from a modern truck is how much more connected you feel to the machine. There's no overboosted steering here. Every movement you make, you feel it directly through the wheel. Every bump in the road, every bit of load on the tires, it communicates straight to your hands and feet. It's not always comfortable, but it's real. And that's why people fall in love with these old workhorses. Now, today's F-250s have evolved into high-tech, luxury monsters with huge horsepower numbers and price tags to match. But there's something pure about the 1987 model. It represents a time when trucks were bought because they had to work hard, and every detail was designed with that goal in mind. There were no pretensions. It wasn't about image or lifestyle marketing. It was about capability, toughness, and reliability. Today, restored versions like the one we have here at Auto Car are becoming more and more sought after. And it's easy to see why. There's a huge wave of appreciation for old-school craftsmanship, real metal body panels, engines you can actually work on yourself, and a driving experience that reminds you why you fell in love with vehicles in the first place. Whether you're a collector, a restorer, or just a fan of tough trucks, the 1987 Ford F-250 Super Duty is a piece of American history. It's more than just a tool, it's a symbol of an era when Ford's "Built Ford Tough" slogan really meant something. One last thing to mention, just look at how this black beauty looks today, standing proud with a few luxury cars around it. It doesn't just hold its own, it steals the scene. That bold, clean design, the heavy stance, and even the rugged charm of its old-school detailing make it an absolute showstopper. And to top it all off, imagine a stylish girl standing next to it, resting her hand on the open driver's door, smiling slightly as if she knows she's next to something truly special. That combination, raw power, timeless style, and a touch of elegance, is the kind of image that sticks in your mind. That's why we say at Autocar, machines like this aren't just built. They're born legends. Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you loved seeing this classic 1987 Ford F-250 Super Duty and want more deep dives into legendary machines, make sure you hit that like button, drop us a comment telling us your favorite old-school truck, and of course, subscribe to Autocar for a lot more automotive passion coming your way. Until next time, keep your wheels rolling and your engines roaring.